everybody. It's Dinnell here with RE/MAX West Coast and the Dinnell Real Estate Group, Richmond's community realtors. And here we are on another exciting episode of Amazing Richmondites. And I have Kelly Baker Pabla with me today.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I know you've done a ton in our city here to help out, not only with individuals, but organizations.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you first, right off the bat, tell us a little bit something interesting about Kelly.
Oh.
That nobody knows out there. You know, there's billions of people watching this, so.
Well, billions, hopefully, yes, that's great. Well, I'm the eldest of 8 children.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you really don't. So, yeah, it's always good and sometimes not so good.
I guess Christmas dinners and Thanksgivings are chaotic but
30
fun.
people, generally.
Wow.
Yeah, always at my house.
Always. Oh, so do you have room for more? We got 4 more?
Sure. At this point, absolutely, yes.
Especially after the last year, we weren't allowed anybody. Everybody's loving to get together these days,
That's
correct? Right.
That's
so,
right.
Now you have a really cool business that I really wanted to share with everybody. So please tell everybody what your business is, the name of it, and kind of how you got started.
Okay, so my business is called T.H.I.N.K Funding, and T.H.I.N.K is an acronym. It's a business consulting firm, and the acronym stands for True, Honest, Impactful, Necessary, and Knowledgeable. My motivation for T.H.I.N.K Funding was that I come from an international consulting firm background. And what I was finding with my clients, especially during COVID, because that's when I started my company, smart move, no, it's good. But I wanted to be a little bit different. I wanted to show people that when they come to T.H.I.N.K Funding, they actually matter. Their needs and their values are important. So basically, I wanted to bring that personalization into business consulting. So in that matter, we work to kind of, and this is going to sound really corny because it is corny, but it's true. We want to leave an impact in this world that leaves the world a little bit better of a place, right? So we want to work with companies that are in the for-profit industry and in the nonprofit industry that are leaving an economic or social impact. And that's what T.H.I.N.K Funding is all about.
Wow, okay, that's absolutely amazing. And this is why we wanted you here today. And now I wanted to bring this up because I know you helped a local, I guess, group come to get their funding. Do you want to maybe tell everybody a little bit about that, guys? Because that's kind of how we got connected. So.
Sure. So the group that I have been helping out is called Mamas for Mamas, a really fantastic local charity that gives not just mamas, but caregivers of all kinds a hand up and not a handout.
Yeah.
So Mamas for Mamas doesn't want to bring people in and make them feel that they're lesser than. So when you come to the Mamas for Mamas office, it's beautifully appointed. They have what's called the Karma Market, and our wonderful Maisie, who is there, she will walk you in through a very loving process of getting to know you and what you need if you need some social work help, or if you're just there for clothing, or maybe you just need help getting through to the next food bank collection, or whatever the case might be. We get to know you and we get to know what your needs are. Also, Mamas for Mamas, in their hand up, not a handout, we don't replicate services that are already out in the community. We refer out to them. So,
smart. Yes,
exactly, because the point of Mamas for Mamas is not to reinvent the wheel, it's to just help people when they're down and out. So if you don't have money for food, come to us, we'll help you until we can get you set up with the food bank. If you don't have clothing for your children, especially now it's winter and people are, look, Mamas for Mamas is looking for donations, by the way, for winter clothing.
Okay.
There's a plug. But so we help you find those kind of things. And we're very lucky to have partnered with a lot of local businesses. So the products are not like Value Village. They're either super new or very, very gently used. So.
What motivated you to start this business and helping all these amazing companies and nonprofits and profits?
Right. So like I said, Crazy Kelly decided to start a business during COVID.
You're not crazy. Come on. A lot of people started businesses during COVID, and you know what? A lot of them are succeeding.
Yes.
Because taking a chance in a pandemic, mind my language, but you have to have a lot of balls, and you did that.
You certainly do.
Yes.
Big cojones,
and
right?
And you're doing some amazing things, and other people out there as well. So it's not crazy for starting in a pandemic.
So basically, the international consulting firm that I was working with had nothing to do with nonprofits. I had started working with Mamas for Mamas and another charity at the time, and it was just filling my cup so much to be able to give back and start to listen to what clients were saying and what they needed out there. And really, what's lacking in the big four firms of business consulting is the personal touch.
Yeah.
So yes, my firm is more like a boutique style, but definitely we get to know you. We get to know what your little baby company is all about. If it's at the founding stage, if it's at maturity stage, or anywhere in between. We really help you plan strategically for funding, for grant funding, and for what's called SHRED. So that's called the Scientific Research and Experimental Development. It's a project claim that you can make in your taxes. So it's either given back to you as a tax credit or as a refund, depending on what your structure of your company is. And that is your right as a Canadian to get if you are working on anything that's innovative, something that's different and scientifically related.
Well, I bet, I'm assuming that a lot of people who start businesses don't even know that there's so many different types of funding out there for companies for all different types of reasons. So how would somebody maybe think about getting funding for something that they maybe don't even know that's available to them?
Right, so you would find me.
Find you, okay, so reach out to Kelly.
And we would get to know your business and get to know the areas where you're sort of wanting to improve upon. Not every company qualifies for every type of funding that's out there. Grants are specific to hiring, training, technology, manufacturing, different sectors of the business world. But after a conversation, I would dissect and sort of figure out what you need. And the one thing that I'm always telling, here's a tip for everyone out there. I'm telling my clients, please have a business plan. Please have a business plan. If you don't, again, thinkfunding.ca, we can help you.
So you guys do also help with business planning as well?
We help companies right from the ground up. So it's my joy and my privilege to be able to work with founders of companies because really we make a strategic plan. So for 3 months, for 6 months, 12, 18, to see what kind of metrics and goals you want to achieve during that time and where we can find funding to help you, whether it's through the grants, the SHRED, if it's through venture capitalist introductions or angel investors introductions, anything to get you off the ground.
I love it. And it's absolutely amazing to help out other companies that don't know that this funding is available. So reach out to Kelly if you want to know.
Yes.
I think you hit the nail on the head there because, businesses starting out, we all have these great ideas for this business that we want to start. And getting it off the ground is a lot of work, but we don't realize, how much opportunity there is out there for us with either funding or other avenues of tax breaks and things like that.
That's right.
And actually creating a stable plan that's going to work towards success over the years. Most businesses fail in the first 5 years.
Exactly.
Right? So you're going to be able to help get over that hump. And I think once people get to that 5-year mark, that's when really the business starts taking off.
Yes, absolutely. And also what's really important too is, so you may have a business background if you're going into a for-profit industry, but the nonprofit industry, if you want to call it that, sector, is run usually by social workers or someone with great big hearts with big ambitions, but no roadmap.
No background towards certain businesses as well.
Right.
So make sure if you're working at a nonprofit right now, reach out to Kelly because she's going to be able to help guide you and help get you guys some funding. So is it safe to say that you'll sit down and do a free consultation with people? Is that right?
Yes, we do a free 1-hour consultation. And then we get to the bones of your business and kind of go from there. So. Well,
thank you so much, Kelly, for sharing your story and how you got started. And if somebody wanted to reach out and get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Please go to my website. There's a contact form there at thinkfunding.ca again, or you can always give me a shout, and my phone number is also on the website.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, and everybody out there. If you started a business, and if you crazy like Kelly and started a business during COVID, reach out, and she's going to be able to help guide you. And I know business planning is so important. And you know what? We're in the month of November right now, and if you're a business owner, we should all be planning for 2022 coming up.
That's right.
And so we can kick off the year with a great start. I know in Richmond here we have some amazing businesses, local small businesses and big businesses. So let's kick off 2022 with a bang by reaching out to Kelly and getting that success plan going. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.